Every so often, a book comes along that challenges your viewpoint. I thought I knew a lot about finance, but then I read The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, and it made me realize I had a lot to learn. Finance is more than saving and investing. It is predominantly about your psychology and behavior. And the actions you take as a result become the cornerstone of your financial success. Financial success is not hard science. It's a soft skill, where how you behave is more important than what you know. I call this soft skill the psychology of money. This is a book summary of The Psychology of Money, Timeless Lessons on Wealth, Greed, and Happiness by Morgan Housel. Here are 9 most important lessons I learned from The Psychology of Money that changed the way I view my finances forever. 1. Use money to buy time. Money is useful when you can use it to buy time and do what you want to do if you are rich in the real sense. Some people may appear rich but only because of the assets acquired with debt. They are not wealthy in the real sense of the word. People tend to judge your wealth by your spending capacity. Wealthy people don't actually spend most of their wealth, and it is locked in the form of stocks, fixed assets, etc. The real wealthy people use their money to buy flexibility and time. 2. The power of compounding. $81.5 billion of Warren Buffett's $84.5 billion net worth came after his 65th birthday. Our minds aren't built to handle such absurdities, says the author. It is the power of compounding that matters. A small growth consistently over a period of time seems exorbitant growth after a long period of time. He says a small starting base can lead to extraordinary results that seem to defy logic. Compounding helps investors build wealth by generating returns on investments over time. These returns then continue to compound and help grow assets. Compounding is sometimes referred to as earning interest on interest. Many of us know that compounding works, but we can't really understand it on a huge scale. Housel delivers some perspective by taking a look at Warren Buffett. In reference to Mr. Buffett, he says, his skill is investing, but his secret is time. 3. Get a hang on the right behavioral skills. The author argues that a genius who loses control of their emotions can be a financial disaster. And the reverse is also true. Regular people with no financial education can be wealthy if they have a handful of behavioral skills that have nothing to do with formal measures of intelligence. He explains, your personal experiences with money make up maybe 0.001% of what's happened in the world, but maybe 80% of how you think the world works. This means, there is a huge gap between first-hand knowledge and how we use those insights into making sense of the world. 4. Luck plays its role. The author says that luck and risk are siblings. It is a reality that every outcome in life is guided by forces other than just individual effort. He quotes Scott Galloway, a New York University's academic, to say, nothing is as good or as bad as it seems. He explains that luck and risk are so similar that you can't believe in one without equally respecting the other. He says that one should not focus on too specific results, and instead on broad patterns. He elaborates that the probability of extreme outcomes is usually very low. So, it doesn't help to look at the results achieved by the outliers because luck would have played a key role which can't be replicated. 5. Getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. There are a million ways to get wealthy, but there's only one way to stay wealthy, some combination of frugality and paranoia. Good investing is not necessarily about making good decisions. It's about consistently not screwing up. Quote, if I had to summarize money success in a single word, it would be survival. Getting money requires taking risks, being optimistic, and putting yourself out there. But keeping money requires the opposite of taking risk. It requires humility, and fear that what you've made can be taken away from you just as fast. It requires frugality and an acceptance that at least some of what you've made is attributable to luck, so past success can't be relied upon to repeat indefinitely. 6. Wealth is what you don't see. Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. We tend to judge wealth by what we see, because that's the information we have in front of us. We can't see people's bank accounts or brokerage statements, so we rely on outward appearances to gauge financial success. Cars, homes, Instagram photos. Modern capitalism makes helping people fake it until they make it a cherished industry. Quote, the truth is that wealth is what you don't see. Wealth is the nice cars not purchased, the diamonds not bought, the watches not worn, the clothes foregone and the first-class upgrade declined. Wealth is financial assets that haven't yet been converted into the stuff you see. That's not how we think about wealth, because you can't contextualize what you can't see. Quote, wealth is hidden. It's income not spent. Wealth is an option not yet taken to buy something later. Its value lies in offering you options, flexibility, and growth to one day purchase more stuff than you could right now. 7. Room for error. Worship room for error. A gap between what could happen in the future and what you need to happen in the future in order to do well is what gives you endurance, and endurance is what makes compounding magic over time. There is never a moment when you're so right that you can bet every chip in front of you. The world isn't that kind to anyone, not consistently, anyways. You have to give yourself room for error. You have to plan on your plan not going according to plan. If there's one way to guard against their damage, it's avoiding single points of failure. A good rule of thumb for a lot of things in life is that everything that can break will eventually break. So if many things rely on one thing working, and that thing breaks, you are counting the days to catastrophe. That's a single point of failure. 8. Man in the car paradox. No one is impressed with your possessions as much as you are. There is a paradox here. People tend to want wealth to signal to others that they should be liked and admired. But in reality, those other people often bypass admiring you, not because they don't think wealth is admirable, but because they use your wealth as a benchmark for their own desire to be liked and admired. Quote, it's a subtle recognition that people generally aspire to be respected and admired by others, and using money to buy fancy things may bring less of it than you imagine. If respect and admiration are your goal, be careful how you seek it. Humility, kindness, and empathy will bring you more respect than horsepower ever will. 9. Never enough. For many people, it feels like there's never enough money. Housel notes that the goalpost always seems to be moving, and that we compare ourselves all the time to other people. In the book, Housel shares stories of greed and risk and how they can turn progress upside down and be the downfall of any success, and notes that finding what enough is for you is important when managing money and investing. Housel writes, if expectations rise with results, there is no logic in striving for more because you'll feel the same after putting in extra effort. It gets dangerous when the taste of having more money, more power, more prestige, increases ambition faster than satisfaction. So here we are at the end of the video. I hope this video was helpful in understanding finance better. Thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe my channel and press that bell icon. See you in the next video.